Right. The Canadian actor Joshua Jackson, also Pacey from Dawson's Creek era, he's set to star in a remake, a television adaptation of the iconic thriller Fatal Attraction.
Glenn Close, she put her bunny in the boiler and the blood went everywhere, it boiled. Do you remember
Gave all women a bad rep, basically. Yeah. Anyway.
I mean, so Michael Douglas, he was having this affair with her, and then when he decided to end and go back to his wife...
She lost the plot.
Didn't take it too well. And that's where the phrase bunny boiler comes from. So, speaking about the show, Joshua Jackson said in the Sunday Times, I think an affair can be forgiven. OK? Is he right? We're going to talk to a couple of people about this.
Yeah, we've got the counsellor, Tina Buckland. She says forgiveness is possible, but only if both parties are up for it. Meanwhile, Married at First Sight UK star Duka Cavolli says no, most of the time having an affair is unforgivable. And I'm pleased to say they both join us this morning. Good morning to you.
Very nice to see you both. Duka, why never? Why is it unforgivable? Is there no way you think you can kiss and make up?
I mean, statistically speaking, only the 1% that feel that it's in the best interest to actually take the cheater back. So just for example, if you do find that your husband or your wife has cheated and they are the main bread earner in the family, in the household, clearly in situations such as those, then it's logical to take someone back. But majority of the time, for 99% of people, no, you shouldn't.
Goodness me. Well, let's get the view of Tina Buckland, who says, no, you know what, forgiveness can be the answer in all of this. I mean, it can't be the easy option, that's for sure.
It's definitely not the easy option, no. An affair is a major trauma that a couple has to try and get through, and that's dependent upon both of them. If they really want to make it work and they seek counselling, you can. It's not easy. We say that it takes about 2 years to really get over an affair.
My question, I suppose, really is what constitutes an affair? I mean, Duka, I know you've been cheated on. I presume you're referring to physical cheating. But as far as I'm concerned, I think there are blurred lines without anyone ever actually doing the deed. I mean, you know, my husband could be unfaithful if he was emotionally, you know, in love with someone. Well, if he fell in love with someone but hadn't done anything, I'd still be heartbroken by that. Do you agree with that?
Well, it all depends on what level of cheating it is. Is it emotional? Is it physical? And the boundaries set by the couples, right? And if there are prior boundaries where any form of instigation with someone else other than your partner, then that obviously constitutes the cheating. When people say that, yes, it's hard to get back from cheating and to make things work, well, you have to realize that it's not a simple mistake that people make. It's not like walking to the kitchen, bringing a fat glass of water and accidentally dropping it. It's almost a subconscious thought that people act on over a period of time, and that signifies that people are just not compatible.
So perhaps it's a sign there's something wrong in the relationship, Tina.
But
yeah, that is a sign. But when you think about it, the hurt partner hasn't made that choice to have an affair. They've been going through the same problems, but it's all about this decision that someone makes. Yes, it's a bad decision, but it's dependent upon what's got them there.
Yeah, but Tina, what if you end up with a Glenn Close and she boils your bunny or something worse?
Yeah, we have come across situations like that. Perhaps not a bunny boiler, but yeah, it depends on the length of the affair as well. If the affair person is really, really attached to the other affair person, then how do you break that easily? You can't just be dumped and say, oh, I've decided to go back to my partner. So it's, as I said, it's just a major trauma that causes PTSD, all sorts of problems with couples, but you can recover.
But as you say, if it takes 2 years to recover, I think I'd give up. I think I could be bothered. 2 years of misery for that. But I would say, Tina, as to why relationships broke up, could you give me a percentage figure? Because basically everybody knows, male or female, or whatever sex you are within a relationship, as soon as the physicality goes, as soon as the touching goes, then surely you are in trouble.
It's not a good sign. Yeah, you have to have some kind of intimacy within a relationship. And sex is an important part, but some couples, for whatever reason, they can no longer have a sexual relationship, but they can still have intimacy and share, have that connection. Whereas if you're making that connection and sharing personal stuff with someone else, that's what leads to an affair.
See, that's interesting. Duka, I'd be interested in your opinion on that, and you'll be like this, Isabel. I found women always feel, women in particular, feel that if you were to say to someone, "I love you," or you were things that you should be saying to your own partner.
Yeah.
You said to someone else, "That's it over."
Yes.
Yeah. I'm just
Don't be
saying.
sharing your secrets with someone else. I'm your secret person. That's what I'd be saying to my hubby. Duka, just lastly, do you think there are degrees of cheating? I mean, look, say your partner, or your husband or your wife or whatever, came home and said, "I've been having a long-term affair." That's unforgivable. Possibly you could never see yourself moving past that. But what if it was they were full of regret? It was a drunken mistake. They weren't in control of their faculties.
Drunken mistake for how long? 6 years?
No,
7 years?
if it was a one-night stand and you genuinely could see that they were devastated and regretted it, would you still not forgive in that circumstance?
I think that
Absolutely
depends on the
not.
couple.
Go on, Duka, to you, sorry, final thought.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because it's for the fact that if you yourself don't have any vested interest where you can look after the kids, you can stand on your own 2 feet after the relationship, then why should you? Because if you're going to be speaking about monogamy, everyone knows subconsciously, especially if you're in a relationship over a long period of time, that is not something they should do. Like I said, cheating isn't just something like when you go to the kitchen, get yourself a glass of water, and you accidentally drop it. It takes a lot of psychological foundations, and it takes a lot of subconsciousness over a period of time to actually lead someone to cheating. So it's not something that's forgivable unless it's in the vested interest of the partner that's being cheated on. Then you shouldn't take someone back. No.